President William Ruto campaigned on what he called a hustler narrative. But Kenyans could not hide their displeasure with the first cabinet nominees, all who were approved in the National Assembly and later proceeded to be sworn in. However, their net worth shocked many who felt that they did not represent the face of the hustler nation. George Meringa reminds us of their net worth.
When the 22 nominees for the position of Cabinet Secretary appeared before the National Assembly Committee for vetting in October 2022, one thing stood out: their net worth. For a government that had campaigned on a hustler narrative, Kenyans were appalled, to say the least, at the net worth of the Cabinet Secretaries, whom they felt did not represent the hustler nation.
Good morning.
The Public Service Commission requires that every public officer makes public their net worth. Franklin Mithika-Linturi, who had served as senator for Meru County and was eyeing the governor's position in the 2022 election, declared that he was worth 1.2 billion shillings. Simon Chelugui, who was Labour Cabinet Secretary, was considered the richest CS in Uhuru Kenyatta's government. His net worth stood at 993 million shillings. Professor Kithure Kindiki, who had served as Tharaka Nithi Senator, declared his net worth at 544 million shillings. Treasury would be under Professor Njuguna Ndung'u, who had served as Central Bank Governor. His net worth at the time stood at 950 million shillings. Aisha Jumwa, who had just wound up as Malindi MP, declared her net worth at 100 million shillings. Aiden Duale, who was heading to Ulinzi House as Defence CS, declared that he makes 10 million shillings annually from his rental income, and his net worth stood at 851 million shillings. Alice Wahome, former Kandara MP, said her net worth was 392 million shillings. Dr. Alfred Mutua's net worth at 420 million shillings was questioned by Minority Whip Junet Mohammed. Mutua had served as a two-term Machakos County Governor. Moses Kuria, on the other hand, declared his net worth at 750 million shillings. Rebecca Miano, on her part, declared a net worth of 397 million shillings. Onesmus Kipchumba Murkomen, who had served as Senator for Elgeyo Marakwet County, said his net worth stood at 550 million shillings. Rosalinda Soipan Tuya, who was to take the helm at Environment and Forestry, declared her net worth at 156 million shillings. Perhaps the shocker for the least worth CS nominee was little-known Zakaria Mwangi Njeru, whose net worth stood at 80 million shillings. Penina Malonza, on her part, declared a net worth of 300 million shillings. Ezekiel Machogu, who was taking up reins at the Ministry of Education, said he was worth 590 million shillings. Davis Chirchir, who had a stint in the Ruto government, declared a net worth of 482 million shillings. Ababu Namwamba, who was CAS Foreign Affairs in Uhuru Kenyatta's government, declared a net worth of 425 million shillings. Salim Mvuria, on the other hand, said he was worth 120 million shillings. Florence Bore declared a net worth of 200 million shillings. Eliud Owalo declared a net worth of 645 million shillings. Susan Nakuminsha Wafula, on her part, declared a net worth of 101 million shillings. Justin Biden Muturi, who had served a 2-year term as Speaker of the National Assembly and was to take the helm at Sharia House as Attorney General, declared his net worth at 700 million shillings. During their tenure, a section of cabinet secretaries were castigated by the largesse and opulence, with Kenyans raising questions. As President William Ruto embarks on forming a broad-based government, Kenyans will wait to see the new crop of nominees. George Meringa, TV47.